Hello everybody, my name is Voxel Obsession and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the new test MOAB balloon. It's pretty new to me, considering I play the Bloons Tower Defense 6 Plus version, which you can only get on Apple Arcade, and for some reason it gets updates quite a bit later than the normal versions. So this is new to me, although it is old news to everyone else, but it might be new to you guys. Either way, we're going to be doing some special tests with some very special mods to try to pop this very special balloon. We have ultimate cross-pathing, which will allow us to get to tier 5 in every path on the same tower. Ability choice, because this permanent but weaker effect of the ability, because I don't want to need to be spamming abilities when we're going to be doing this at 25 times speed or something. Buffs in shop for the God buff that gives every single buff to a tower, and none of these should really affect other than these three, which I am going to be using, and I think that's it. I think we're good to go. All right, here we are. We're going to be doing normal mode, sandbox, and we're going to be placing a tower as close to the middle here. I think this is an optimal position, and we're going to basically upgrade it up to level 5 in all tiers. Then we will send in this test MOAB. This blimp has 100 million health, which is quite a bit. So I guess what we're going to be doing is just kind of trying to see if we can pop it with any of these towers. And if that doesn't work, we will give it the almighty, give it a second, God boost. Every single buff in the game on one tower. And if it doesn't pop it, we will at least show what percentage it has. All right, it should be in full screen now. Is that better? Cool. And there's your music. All right, so without further ado, I think we can just plop this Dart Monkey down and get him to the maximum Dart Monkey, the ultimate Dart Monkey, without the God boost. And we will send a MOAB down the track. As you can see, he is shooting lasers at incredible speeds. He has very good range, and he's in the hundreds of thousands of pops. I think he's gonna get around like 600,000 maybe. And out it goes. All right, it didn't even get close to popping it. I think that's a 0.58% of that balloon, which is crazy. It's a lot of pops, but it's not even close, which is kind of sad. But God boost, the Dart Monkey. And now, let's see if we can up that a little bit. As you can see, it is very much faster, already reaching the mark of the previous one, and getting 1 million pops. Okay, 1.5%. Now that's a lot of damage, but it gets much better, but not quite yet, because now we have the Boomerang Monkey. Interesting here is the MOAB press and MOAB domination here. Special knockback Kylie's trigger to, you know, knock back the MOABs. So hopefully this guy will be able to stall the MOAB long enough to, you know, pop it, or at least do much more damage than the Dart Monkey does. So let's send her in, and yes, it does look like those glaives are knocking it back. Look at how fast it attacks! But I don't think it's knocking it back fast enough. Let's speed this up to 5 times speed. It is pulling it a little bit back behind the track, but it's just too fast for it to stall completely. Those glaives did get a bit of damage in, and it's not even reaching Dart Monkey levels, which is really disappointing for me. Ooh, that's not good. And it's out with a 0.3%. But it does get better for this Boomerang Monkey. Let's see if these faster attacks and much longer ranges can make it able to pop this impoppable balloon. And you can see it's not even coming out on the screen. All right, let's speed things up a bit and see if it does. I think I was right about the faster attacks actually being able to permanently stall out that balloon. I think the plan is going to be we see which ones can actually stun it forever, and then, if it does, we will show how much time that it took it. So let's crank this thing up to 100, and off we go. All right, we're getting close to a third here, and I don't want to record this entire thing. Neither would I suspect anyone wants to watch this entire thing, even if it was sped up. So I will triple the value as soon as it hits 33,333,333, and multiply it by 125, and that will be this time on screen, which I do not know right now because I am not a human calculator, nor am I a human stopwatch. All right. Goodbye, my friend. You saw the test balloon just zip by in a second. Bomb shooter. I have very high hopes for this one because of the middle path. The MOAB Eliminator should do tons of damage. Also, Bloon Crush, which can stun MOAB balloons, which is very beneficial for this. So, look forward to another very, very sped up bit of footage here. All right, sit tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. All right, last time I did a third of 100 million for some reason, but here I think it would suffice to stop at a quarter, because at least that is a perfect fraction. That's enough from you, Bomb Shooter. Let's see how long the God boost did. Bomb Shooter takes... oh yeah. All right. Let's go. At 25 times speed, it is very close to 10 million pops already, which is very, very impressive. So I'll compare the times there, and then at the end we'll do a comparison of all of them. We can do like a little tier list. At the bottom is going to be Glue Gunner, and at the top is going to be, I don't know, guess we'll have to find out. Cool stuff, Tack Shooter. I have incredibly low hopes for this one. I do not believe there is anything that can stun other than the mesmerizing swirl of blades here from the permanent Super Maelstrom buff that is from that mod that I showed you. It's a quote-unquote permanent but weaker version of the effect. So instead of having something super powerful and then a bunch of downtime, it's just always a middle ground of that. So let's send her through. All right, it is getting some fire damage. It's hitting it with some blades, but that is pathetic. That is some 77,000. That's nothing to sneeze at. That could definitely take down a couple bads, but you know, it's 100 million, and it can't even detect camo, which is like, ugh. I hate the Tack Shooter. I love the Tack Shooter. It's one of my favorite towers, but I hate that it can't detect camo. All right, let's boost this thing to heck and back. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at those blades. It is making my game choppy as all heck. But let's send in our little test subject. Oh. Oh my god. Whoa. Look at this. Oh, those fire particles are huge. Just look at that for a second. Ooh. That's crazy. Dare I speed this up? This is what will happen if global... This is what the world will look like in 10 years because of global warming. The blades will be there too. This is much more damage than I was doing before. You know, with the Dart Monkey, that was a very minor buff, but this is significantly better. Maybe for the god buffs I should turn off projectiles, but then you wouldn't get this beautiful viewing experience. It's just not the same, you know? All right, and as it approaches the exit, we get to look and see the 1.637%, which is not great. So let's move on to the Ice Monkey, the slowing champion with huge range and periodic freezing. So let's see if this guy can stand any more of a chance than any of their predecessors. That is a slow MOAB. That's what we like to call it, slow-ab. This is on 10 times speed, by the way. And he's doing no damage. Wow. It's crazy to see, like, how much it's slowing it down. 25 times speed. And how little pops it's getting. 29,000. I think that's 0.03%. So, unless this God boost can manage to, like, multiply its damage by, like, what, 30,000? Global range, You can't even see the snow. You can see it like go by every once in a while. I am going to reset the pops, even though it's a negligible amount. All right. Right away, I'm noticing that the fire is doing a lot more work here than the actual ice monkey is, but let's speed this up. It's doing very, very, very much better. Ice and fire, it's a good combo, I think. And as it approaches the exit, you get to see the true speed of this balloon. It is not catching a break here. It is inching along. Wonderful. And we're approaching 1 million. Can we reach 1 million? I think so. And there we go. It did reach 1 million, but not even close. Not even close. 1/100th of popping this massive ornery air blimp. It definitely stands for one of those things. Glue gunner. I have hopes. I don't know if they're high or low. I can't really make a decision here. Bloon solver, definitely good for multiple targets. I don't know how good that is for single targets. Glue storm, kind of a waste. In fact, I don't know if glue storm is going to help or hinder, depending on whether or not it takes priority over the Bloon solver or super glue. Super glue is definitely going to be very good for stunning though, but I think without buffs, this glue gunner does not stand a chance at all. So let's speed things up a little bit. A little bit. 5,700. I'm unbelievably disappointed right now. I love glue gunner, but this is just sad. So let's test my little theory and see if without the ability, it's a little bit better. And no, I don't think it is. I think glue gunner is just really bad. Glue gunner, glue gunner, glue gunner. That's a tongue twister. Glue gunner's great gobs of green glue. But now, with the amazing buffs, very good, are definitely gonna help this little guy out. They grow up so fast. Let's see. This is not good, but it is definitely slowing it down. So let's keep things moving along. Definitely not as good as the ice monkey. Glue gunner, I'm afraid, is going to be the worst. Even with its best upgrades all combined, and every single buff in the game, it just can't cut it. It just simply cannot. Goodbye. And last but not least, the brand spanking new Desperado. And don't make fun of me for thinking it's new, because it's new to me, okay? You can buff yourself, buddy. Very nice. That's a big old range boost, and let's get going. That is some big damage, and with its shotgun blast, wait a second. It knocks it all the way back. So if we speed things up to 25 times, yep, just gonna stay there forever, so grab a seat. We're gonna be here for a while. This guy, he's lagging a lot, and I'm almost certain that's going to be affecting the time, and it's only at 2 million, so we might need to extrapolate from that. Just multiply that by 50. Very inaccurate time, so let's just put that time up on the screen, if you'll forgive me for this transgression against science. Now we can god boost the Desperado and see how much better it can get. Interesting. All right, let's go. We're at 9 million now, and 10 million. Wow, very good, Desperado. And that's it for primary monkeys. For Monkey Sub, Buccaneer, and the Mermonkey, I will hold off on that until we can switch to a different map. For now, let's do the Monkey Ace. You know, it's actually called that because they're not attracted to anyone, so they're just ace. The Crossbow Monkey, on the other hand, is a arrow. Yep. All right. Spawn in the test balloon. But let's turn on these darts so you can see them. It stuns. Great. So let's turn that back off and speed it back up. Speed this along. I'm only gonna go up to 1 million. So right there. Multiply that by 100, and what's your time? It's this, of course. All right, you little scamp, get out of here, you little rascal. Shoo, let's god boost it. Up. 500,000 $1,000. What am I doing? There we go. It's very convenient compared to the mobile version where I just have to tap on the screen a bunch. All 3 fingers, you know? It's interesting that the spirit actually follows. This is like a solar system. This is the sun, this is the earth, and this is the moon. Because this is going around this, and this is going around this. The only difference is this should also be spinning, and the map should also be slowly spinning. And then you've got a perfectly accurate 2-scale model of the solar system. NASA should hire me, and then promptly fire me because I am stupid. Alright, I'm gonna cut this one off at 2 million because the lag is atrocious. And I feel like I'm not gonna get an accurate reading anyways, but here is the difference. Let's move on to the helicopter. Helicopter! So, the Comanche defense and Comanche? I'm putting too much of my French into it, aren't I? How would an American say it? Comanche. It's a Comanche defense, you know? Yeah. I'm still going to say it like Comanche. Which I don't know which one is better, Comanche or Comanche. But Pursuit. Oh my god. Okay, I'm restarting that. Stop it. All right, Pursuit. There we go. Helicopter, go. That is way too fast. The little Marines. These guys are not doing a MOAB shove. Why aren't they doing a MOAB shove? Guys, what? Does it not shove the MOAB? Let me spawn in, like, a BFB. See, it's shoving it. Why aren't you shoving the test MOAB? Are you too far away from it? Is that what it is? That's so weird. All right. I had such high hopes for him too. All right. You know what that calls for? God boost. Yeah, that's much better. Not bad at all. Just kidding, that's terrible. It's not even 1%. It's not even half of a percent. It's 0.4%. What are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of my office. Mortar. Rick and mortar. I will set your targeting to here. A very central location. It should be able to stun. So, we will see about that. Alrighty, we're getting some good damage in. It is getting stunned though. And that is your million. It's easy for the mortar monkey to get to 1 million pops, but it's not so easy for me to get to 1 million subscribers. If pops were subscribers, I wouldn't even be close to popping this thing. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because I really want to pop this balloon with my subscribers. I will throw you at this balloon if you subscribe. It's like a Mr. Beast video. I threw 1 million of my subscribers at a blimp. All right, this one is really janky because if you look at this, it just kind of spawns a second guy on top of the first one. Like if you saw there, it's just like 3 different towers in the same guy. And I also don't have this upgrade. We'll see. You know, it could still be cool. So the buckshot is like trying to knock it back. Oh, I know what that is. It's the rockets. All right. Let's see our results. That's terrible. That's so bad. I think MAD would be the difference here just because of the stun. But I don't want to grind for that right now. If this gets enough views, maybe I'll do a part 2 where I actually try to make this somewhat accurate. This'll do it, I think, I suspect. I have a sneaking suspicion. Come on, the knockback, please. Come on. Oh, so close. And I think the closer it gets, the more it's getting hit by these missiles. These missiles. Because it's missing a lot. Which might be just enough to like stun it permanently. But if it's not stunning here, then I kind of doubt it will be able to stun at all. So, come on. I'm hitting every single rocket, what do you mean? Oh. So it did put up a very good fight. Sadly, it was not nearly enough. Wow, that is a lot better. Maybe I was wrong. 2.4%, but 2.4 million pops. It's nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. What does that mean? That's a thing people say. Why? What? Do people sneeze at things when they're disregarding them? I don't think so. It's not a thing that I do, at least. All right, Wizard. Marasmus, do your thing. See, I'm a TF2 YouTuber. I can bring my main thing into my other thing. This is a new thing. I am a Team Fortress 2 YouTuber. I don't know how much of a, the Venn diagram of, Bloon's Tower Defense fans is with, TF2 fans. Wizard Monkey, what are you doing? It's sad. You're making me cry. The Archmage. Something with the Wizard Monkey that Okay, let's talk about the Wizard Monkey in pronunciation real quick. I don't know if it's Archmage or Archmage. Actually, I take that back. It's definitely Archmage. However, I watch Bloon's Tower Defense YouTube videos, and I've talked to at least 2 of my friends that play this game a lot. This is some kind of Mandela effect, I swear. What is the paragon of the Wizard Monkey called? Magnus Perfectus, right? Magnus Perfectus. That's the name of the Wizard Paragon. Everyone says Magnus Perfectus. That's wrong! There's no N! It's Magus Perfectus. He's using magic, not Magnic. Where does the N come from? That's Magnus. Like magnets? He's also not a magnet. Magnum opus? Magus. He's a mage. He's a wizard. The Archmage. He's the Magus Perfectus. It's Latin for good magic, I think. I don't know. Super Monkey. So what we're gonna do here is full sacrifices, the whole Sacramento. Yep. I'm not going to do a support monkey because I'm pretty sure that only increases the buffs that it gives. I could be very wrong, but if I am wrong, I think that's dumb, and I think the support monkey shouldn't really increase the amount of damage it does. But there is your maxed out true sun god. We are also going to do a vengeful sun god, and we're going to god boost both of them. So this is technically going to be testing 4 towers. This knockback is very iffy, but I'm sure it'll get the job done. And here we are at 5 million pops. Good job, Super Monkey. Now we give the blessing of the gods, which should make it slightly better, I think. Max sacrifices, max sacks, and every single buff in the game. Go! Oh. Okay. I think it's doing more damage to my frames than it is to the Bloon. Yep. And here we are at 5 million. Maybe that was much faster. I don't know. All right, now for the black one. All right, let's get some. What's better than being cool? Ice cold. My favorite TF2. Stop it. Don't do that. Permabrew, I don't like you. All right, if I remember how to do it, this should be about right. We did it. Yeah, hooray. But that's not all. There it is. Looks so beautiful with all the rings and the aura, the spiky, scary aura that it has. It's very intimidating and really nice at the same time. Wait, can I force it to be upgraded? I absolutely can. Nice. All right, let's see this. God boost, tier 5 in every category, and it was max sacrificed Sun Temple, and max sacrifices true. Wait, sacrifices. Are we killing the monkeys? No, they're getting absorbed. Wait, paragons do that too. Oh my god, are we killing monkeys? That just blew my mind. Anyways, that's enough yapping out of me. Oh god, the frames. Maybe we'll finally get to see what popping this thing looks like. We're getting close to that. Let's slow it down here. Let's take a deep breath. Let's really analyze what just happened. Let's pause. That was the I don't know why I was expecting the fabric of reality to fold in on itself and the 8-bit integer limit to be reached, and it just overflows and my game crashes and deletes everything on my computer, but no, just Just a... Same as popping a red balloon, for God's sake. Now for a banana for scale. What? I'm sorry. I apologize. I beg your pardon, sir. Okay. I guess that really was just a banana for scale, because good lord. Goodbye, Sun Temple. Wow, that's definitely... I think the Super Monkey wins, which is annoying, because Super Monkey is like, you know, the tower. Oh wait, I'm on round 200, aren't I? 1. If you haven't noticed, it gets much faster in the later rounds. So, Master Bomber and Grand Saboteur, they go together like peanut butter and bread. But again, much like the Boomerang Monkey, but better, it's just not enough to stop the almighty Ghost Blimp. Ooh, scary. All right, 115,000. Let's give this sucker a bunch of buffs. Why are you spinning? Oh my lord, look at this guy. Did this guy just turn into a spike factory? I hope so. Oh my god, he is a spike factory. He's the newest spike factory. Oh my god, that's amazing, and I love that. My computer's gonna struggle, but... Oh, that's just permastuns. Alright. And here we are. Wow, that's, this is in real time, by the way. That's like 30,000 a second. Alky welky. I have very, very low hopes for this one. I think the banana farm's gonna get more pops than this guy is. Let's see. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. 1,500. That's a fraction of a fraction. All right, let's see what happens when he permabrews himself. Can he even do that? Can he even receive permabrew? Oh, that's too bad. Here's another spike factory though. All right, go. So immediately you'll notice that it does more damage than it did the entire last round, many times over. You know, it's more of a buffing tower. It would be really funny if it could just turn it into a red balloon, but sadly, no such luck. Wow, almost 1%. Cool. Druid, my guy. This guy receives hella buffs from Oban Greenfoot, who, might I add, has black feet. You liar. Oh yeah, this guy can stun. Alright, that's enough, buddy. Max him out, and then buff him to the teeth. Yeah, we got the Pop Lust, we got the 2 Druid buffs that Oban Greenfoot gives. Wow, that's good. Alright, buddy, alright. Okay. Alright, let's run that back. It's whatever, you know. Definitely not the best, but by far not the worst. Glue Gunner, Banana Farm, do your worst. All right. Go. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, what did you expect? Spactory. Short for Spatula Factory. How many spikes should I let it get down? That many. Go. Forge a path. All right. Point taken. Understood. Loud and clear. None of that. Okay. All right. All right, that's enough. All right, what did you get? 8! 8 1/3, about. Nice. Very cool. All right, let's get you some boost. Yeah. Wow. All right. Reset your pops and send in Mr. Bloon. You are currently granting me 4 frames per second. Just slow this down for a second and let you see what is happening right now. Wow. I'm gonna stop recording because it's probably not helping, and I will be back. All right, it has been 12 minutes. It's on the last bend here. Oh, it's the first time it's moved in ages. I moved my mouse, by the way. See how long it takes. My computer is dying. It's dead. Rest in peace. I moved my mouse and it's... Oh, what have I done? God, what have I done? Oh! Oh! It's like the Leo DiCaprio thing. This is like watching paint dry. But worse. It's like watching pictures of paint dry, but you get one every minute. And it's not like the paint is drying in between photos. My frame rate is displaying as an A, which I assume stands for no, and then just screaming. Uh-oh. No. No, I'm so close to getting my data. I did not waste all this. Oh! Mama didn't raise no quitter. Come on. Yeah! 25%. Girl ate with that. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Die, please. Is it finally gone? Restart, please. Oh my lord. Do you see that? 60 frames per second, baby. Let's go. Oh, that's so nice. The village. Now, if you're not a person of culture, then you might be like, what? What's the friggin' house gonna do? Ballista. Go. I forget how much the glue gunner did, but I think that's actually pretty close. So now let's send it. Oh, wow. Oh, that's quick. Oh, mamma mia. That's good. That is so much better. That's a huge improvement of 17 times, I think. Around that, 15 times maybe. All right, we got the sentry, the dispenser, and the ultra boost and trap. So let's hope that these sentries are enough to take it down. Otherwise, the trap might be... So let's just get this up to 10. Happy New Year. All right, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Send her in. And the big moment. Oh! Oh my! What? Wait a second. 100, and let's send in like 20? Can it deal with this? Oh my! I think we have a winner. Who knew Engineer Monkey was better than Super Monkey? Me. Engineer Monkey is awesome. Have you ever seen a monkey with this many pops? We're not gonna do Beast Handler. I'll show you why. First of all, it needs water. Second of all, it gets really, really weird with this 5-path thing, because it has like 2 little ones, and then a little one and a big one, and it's really weird, and if you try to merge them, it's just like, yeah, it doesn't work. It's not doing good. Yeah, it's just broken. So, we're going to move on to Resort. We're gonna do my favorite tower first, the Monkey Buccaneer. I forgot to God boost the Engineer, but that's fine, because the only thing that would change is the normal attack, and the normal attack only did like 7,000 damage. The trap is where it's at. So yes, let's go. I did check beforehand. Pirate Lord's hook ability doesn't work. Not even a little bit. I think it used to work, but it just doesn't anymore. Oh, 23,000. Not bad compared to some towers I know. Vamonos. Oh, all right. I understand. I get it. Oh, wow. Okay, buddy. I get it. I understand now. How much did the otolaryngologist charge the pirate monkey. A buccaneer. An otolaryngologist is an ear doctor, by the way. I don't think I'm saying it right. There's any ear, throat, and nose? Ear, throat, and nose? Mouth? Nose. The throat is the mouth. And nose? They're connected, right? Are the ears also connected to there? Why is there an eye doctor and like a foot doctor, but like there has to be one doctor to handle like ear, head, shoulder, knees, and toes doctor? Ears, nose, mouth. I think that's right, actually. Ears, nose, and mouth. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm just gonna spread misinformation on the internet. Yeah, get out of here, Energizer. The only thing you're good for is buffs. Sub-Commander buffing a bunch of preemptive strikes with the advanced intel is freaking overpowered because they have full map coverage and they have more pierce and damage. Oh, hello. Am I crazy, or was this guy doing like no damage last time? It must be the range, right? Oh my. Huh. That's the craziest glow up. What? That's insane. This is insane. We can finally be bees. This is good news. You'll live like a pet. A pet? A pet bee. Mark, I made a steak. A steak? Yes. All of the recently added monkeys, I've never used them. All the ones that you have to like unlock, Mermonkey, never. Unless it's the Glittering Cove one. Beast Handler, way too complicated. And for the top path, just use, what, a monkey buck or a monkey sub. They're so good. Water towers are amazing. Amazing. And Dartling Gunner, that's an obvious case. Too much work, just like the Beast Handler. Too much work, not enough reward. 61,000, that sucks. That's so bad. Case in point. Case and point? Case in point. What does that mean, though? Your case is in your point? What are you pointing at? Like, if you make a point, you have to make a case for your point. But if your case is in your point, then that's a whole bag of worms. Well, that's obnoxious. That is it, everybody. 6.4 million pops. And it's still throwing stuff at it's still going. It's off the map, okay? But the range is just so ridiculous. All right, that's it for testing. Let's collect our data and put it into a little tier list. Hello, everybody, I'm back. Apparently I forgot to do Sniper last time, so let's do that now. So, Sniper here is a little bit special. And I suspect that Sniper will be able to permanently stun this test MOAB. And there's also the Elite Defender, which makes it attack faster the further the balloon is along the track. So I'm going to let the test blimp make it very, very close to the end. And then we'll put our Sniper Monkey down. Oh, that was good. All right. I think this is the maximum possible attack speed we're going to get from this monkey. All right, we're coming up on a quarter of 10%. So we'll stop it right there. And then we can reset pops and give this guy the God boost. And reset. It's quite a bit faster. All right, we can probably just take that and multiply it by 20, and then we should be good. This isn't even sped up, by the way. This is just... It's pretty good. Another thing I somehow forgot to do is the God-boosted Mortar Monkey. Let's see this for a second. This isn't even sped up. Oh my. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a similar thing as I'm doing with the sniper monkey, because I don't think it's actually hitting it directly, and I think it would be a lot better if it was. So let's reset your... What? Are you hitting it from there? How? How are you doing that? And there we are at 5 million. Wow. Stop it. Another one that I did do, but didn't have all the upgrades for, was the Dartling Gunner. This time, looky. I have the MAD. Alright, let's see how much havoc we can wreak here. I was hoping that the MAD would be able to permanently stun it, but apparently not. $126,305. Not terrible. But again, that is without the God boost. So there is a boost that increases turn speed. That's not what I'm interested in, however. Oh, this is much better. Not enough to stun it forever, though. But you have just a stream of rockets, fire, and laser, and buckshot flying at this thing. This is one stream you would not want to tune into. Let's see what we got. 3.1%. Not bad, not bad, not bad.